So we've already gone over Ashton Hall's morning routine, and as you could imagine, his nighttime routine is unconventional, to say the least. So as I mentioned in my previous video, if you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to have to go to bed even more early in order to get a good night's sleep and a productive day in the morning. You should also keep in mind that his morning routine starts at 3:52 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., so it's practically almost 6 hours for his morning routine. And then you have his nighttime routine, which is another 3 hours. And in that 9-hour time frame, he has done nothing. But to unwind his day, he goes ahead and takes a cold plunge with what appears to be salt. I'm not too sure why you would want to take a cold plunge at the end of the day rather than a hot tub, because to me a cold plunge would keep you up and get you excited, where a hot tub would sort of wind you down. But maybe that's what this bathtub is for, with the bath bomb, and then he just eats a full course meal in the bathtub. Me personally, that would make me insanely nauseous, and I couldn't possibly imagine doing that.
Brother, what do you mean, how do I wake up at 3:50 a.m.? Listen, I go to sleep early because temptation lives late at night. I need you to lock in. Tomorrow, we gotta do at least 10,000.
And then every night he goes like Batman and get on his Sigma grind phone calls telling people, we gotta make at least 10,000, bro, we gotta lock in. He just said a bunch of nothing. I mean, to be honest, it's probably a different phone call every night. I'm sure he's just giving an example, but to me, I just think it's absolutely hilarious to imagine that he's calling the same friend every single night. Bro, we have to lock in. Temptation happens at night. And that friend's like, dude, why does Ashton keep calling me? Holy crap, I get it, bro. Temptation lives at night. Please stop, I get it. Guys, no way we actually got a callback episode. I mean, he can keep rubbing the banana on his face as much as he wants. Like, that's okay. It's not affecting me at all. But according to this website, experts said there's no reason to believe the practice would provide any actual skin benefits. My recommendation would be just to take a potassium pill and then eat the banana. But I mean, hey, if you want your face to be insanely sticky, be my guest. Pause. Okay, bro, it gets to a point. He's using Saratoga water to gargle, fill up his flosser, and then do that. I really hope this guy has a Saratoga sponsorship, because he is missing out on the bag, and so is Saratoga. Okay, I usually put on like a little bit of a deodorant before I get into bed because, you know, when you're rolling around the sheets, you get a little sweaty and then your sheets are a little gross. But why are you putting on cologne, my guy? That seems a little crazy. I mean, who are you trying to impress, bro? You in the bed by yourself. I mean, I'm no better, but still. While most of his routine has been ridiculous, I can really respect him taking the time out of his day to read the Bible. I think that's very respectable, and it's definitely going to help you wind down. Bro, the 5 alarms is absolutely ridiculous. Bro, you realize you can sleep a little bit later, right? And then you can go to sleep a little bit later. You're not missing out on anything, I assure you. That's also way more sustainable. Nah, but why did Unk hit him with the... He's such a silly guy, I swear. He's such a little silly goose. Like, he seriously looks like somebody's auntie. But like, in all actuality, Do I think that Ashton Hall actually does this daytime and nighttime routine? Look, if he does, credit to him. If it works for him, it works for him. But to be honest, I would not be surprised if he didn't actually do this. Why does he post it, you might ask? He has a personal training business. That's where he gets most of his money, through his programming, etc. And he is simply trying to sell the dream. He is trying to sell the dream of this perfect alpha sigma male textbook lifestyle, and this is part of selling that dream. Because you watch his videos, you feel motivated by seeing his, millionaire lifestyle, his perfect morning, his perfect night, and you're going to want to try to emulate that. And what's one of the ways you're going to try to emulate that is buying his courses, his programs, or whatever he might sell. So does he run this routine? Honestly, in my opinion, no. But if he does and it works for him, hey man, that's great. With all that being said, this was Ashton Hall's ridiculous nighttime routine. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.